Hey everyone, welcome back to the farm. We got a scorcher of a day today. It's going to be in the upper 80s, sunny. They're talking a chance of severe thunderstorms later in the afternoon. Got a job I want to try to get done before we get any kind of rain, because it hasn't rained in about 3-4 days and things have dried out nice, and it's really the only kind of planting I got to do all season long. So let's go get started. Well, I just got a phone call from the post office. We got a pretty important package over there we got to go get. So we're going to get in the truck and head to town. We got our little peepers from the post office and they're just chirping away. So we'll get them home, get them unboxed and see how they look. Alright, let's get these little guys out of the truck and go put them in their new home. "52 healthy baby broiler chicks." Give these little guys some fresh water, and in a couple hours we'll come back and give them some food. I plugged in both heat lamps, put the pillows on to try to help hold the heat in. They're already huddling underneath the heat lamp, so they must be a little on the cold side. So we'll check on them here in another hour or so when we put food in for them and see what they're up to and how they're doing. So this tilled up area you see behind me is what used to be our pumpkin patch for the last 5 years. I'm no longer going to be growing pumpkins. Logan has some aspirations of growing pumpkins, so we have a small area designated for him to be able to do that this year if he wants. But a couple days ago, my neighbor came through with his field cultivator, pictured a lot like the one shown here. And it's basically a one-pass tool. Works really well. The rolling basket really helps level the ground out behind the cultivators. This was really nothing but weeds. The soil itself really wasn't established because last year it was plowed up with a moldboard plow and disked for pumpkins. So mostly what was out here was just weeds. So he fitted it for me a couple days ago. We got some rain showers coming this afternoon, so I want to get this seeded. We're just planting this to pasture grass, same thing that our 10 acres and this 5-acre field way out back here is planted to. And the idea behind this out here is we're going to fence it in, a portion of it for the cattle down the road, and also run the broilers out here. Well, that's the seeding. Now we're gonna go get the farm all H and the packer and run that over here and pack it all down and make it all nice and flat and level and call it good. Certainly aren't going to do farm work with the H for the first time this year with a dirty tractor. So when I was hooking this thing up, I got thinking about it. I says, you know, maybe I ought to put a couple suitcase weights in these barrels to help weight it down a little better. I think it'll help pack it a little bit better. So this time of year when it gets really hot and the sun's out like this, it's imperative that you do something for the pigs so they can keep cool. For those that don't know, pigs don't sweat, so they can get overheated, sunburn real easy. So what I'm doing is just flowing some water in here and let them make kind of a piggy pool, you might say. They'll roll around in it, bathe in it, whatever. Coat themselves in mud. That helps prevent sunburn. But either way, this is just good. They get to have a little bit of fun, helps them keep cool and do the pig thing. All right, get back to the C to the H. We gotta get this done before it starts raining. Well, let's see how the little baby broilers are doing. So I just put their feeder in here. It's been roughly an hour and a half since I put them in the brooder here. They look like they're doing pretty good. They found the water and they're starting to explore the feed. So We'll have to do an update on these broilers in a few days to see how they're doing. Hopefully they do a lot better than the last batch. As far as the last batch of broilers, they're enjoying their new space outside in their new pasture box. Enjoying the little extra room they got, the green grass. I think they're pretty happy out here. As far as the original batch of broilers, there's a few less in here. This past weekend we started our butchering process. We ended up butchering 24 birds. I think there's like 26 left in there. Everything went well. We ended up with a bunch of whole birds and some half birds. They weighed anywhere from 4 to 5 pounds. So this batch, what's left, is already pre-sold. I got an individual that has already spoken for him, so I'm gonna cut those up to how he wants them. So we're off to a good broiler season so far. I'm glad that field finally dried out enough that we're able to get out there and seed it. That's been something I've been wanting to get done for a while. I think that area is going to serve the farm really well in years to come, as far as pasturing it for the cattle and also using a part of it for the broiler chicks. Our days of growing pumpkins here on the farm, I'm going to say, are pretty well done. Logan wants to mess with them. Have fun, bud. As far as the broiler chicks go, we'll keep an eye on this batch, keep an eye on the brooder temperature, make sure that it stays right where it needs to be, and hopefully we have better success than we did with the last batch. You know, the farm just keep rolling on. There's always things to do. It won't be long, we'll be doing some hay. There was a couple fields in the area that I saw on the ground. Looks like those guys did some baleage. Had a couple good days for doing that. It's certainly hot out here. I'm going to go in the house, grab a bite to eat, get a drink, sit in the air conditioning for a few. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like our channel, as always, we ask you to subscribe. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time.